Hello everyone. Today I wanted to talk about a very least spoken topic in the art industry, especially in India, is mental health, where it is not considered a real health issue, but it is treated as something which is just a bad mood swing. But trust me, it is really a big issue which impacted me and many other artists in the industry, which I saw and felt it from my heart. And today I want to talk about that. So, number one thing I would like to talk about is pressure. The pressure of being a artist in India is really high, where artist is in itself is a really out of the league career which many artists have to struggle with, where our parents, our society expect us to be in a proper career like engineering, doctor. So the pressure of being successful, becoming an art becomes more crucial, and more it creates more pressure on artists to do more, and that sometimes takes a toll on them, and they become kind of depressed or demotivated, and many times they leave and move to some other career. So even if they have that hard work and that zeal in them to do the thing, the society, the parents, relatives, they demotivate them, and they countlessly keep pressuring them to do something better. So I believe we need to let them explore what they want to do and show some faith that they can also do something and treat art as a viable career. Second thing is like health, right? Health is generalized a lot. Even though health is really important for everybody, everybody should be fit. It doesn't matter which field you are in, especially people who sit at desk all day and work from computers or work from desk or from chairs. They should treat their health really well. So before talking about mental health, let's talk a little bit about the health in general. Okay? So physical health is also important, and if we don't take care of our health beforehand, and if we keep sitting all day and keep working, do not take care about our posture, and don't do enough physical health, surely we're gonna have a lot of problems later on in the health. So every person who is art, all the studios also encourage them to give. I remember when I was in my previous companies, studios encouraged us to go to gym or do physical workout, like arranging football or tournaments or sports tournaments, giving free gym memberships, providing stipend to buy exercise equipment, sport equipment. So it was really encouraging. And then on artists also, like they should do and go work out regularly. And then I comes to the mental health, which is not spoken that much. Although physical health is important, so does mental health. It is not thought of that much. It is considered just a bad mood or a breakup or some story, where it is not considered very drastic. So we have to start thinking about mental health also. It's not just about breakup story or sad story or someone lose someone. It surely impact your work or your productivity. Like when you don't feel like working, your potential decrease. And on top of that, if you're gonna treat the artist as really grinded machine, they more demotivate more. So that's a loop basically they fall into, and the support they need they don't get. I know many companies have started the mental health program where they provide counseling. That helped to us to some extent, but we need to encourage it more. And I've seen in many places like where artists feel when they express these type of feelings, they either are removed or they have been sidelined, right? Or they are tagged as red flag, or not fully productive machine basically by HR or teammates or lead or by studio, which is totally wrong. The artist, the true artist who had the potential to do great stuff was in there, and this on hibernation period for a time being, and it is our duty as their teammates, as a company owners, or as a colleague to support them, to help them to get out of that. So take mental health seriously. It takes lives, it eats careers, and it destroys the full potential which we could have and help us build a brighter future for our industry. So start taking health, physical health as well as mental health seriously. So along with that, now what all things could be which can make an artist feel mentally drained or really weak or not motivated to do anything. So it happened to me, it happened to so many artists in the current state of industry also. What is happening there? Number one thing is burnout. Most of the game artists, doesn't matter the geological location, doesn't matter the studios, majority of them are overworked. They work countless hours and show dedication without any rewards or proper output in their work. So they get demotivated, and top of that they get burnout. When someone get burnout, they become a broken machine. They cannot work, and then they are flagged as non-productive people, and then they decide to chop them off, which couldn't, because they put their hard work for this company which they expected to support them, but instead they are thought as non-working gear in the sport. So don't overwork yourself. I know we are passionate about it. I know the work is important for the reputation of the company, and even your promotion depend on that. You might get a promotion, better salary based on the project you're working on, but don't overdo yourself. Take proper rest. Weekend is there for rest. I know some companies which make artists work 14 hours a day, even on Saturday, and then they give Sunday rest, which is not enough to come out of that. Sometimes these, we have a term for it, is a crunch. So sometimes this crunch goes for months, and that take a serious toll on the artist, which make them, bring them to brink of leaving. And as they say, the game industry is basically people maximum stay there for 5 years, maximum 10 years. Most of the people quit after that, like after 5 years, which is not good. So we need to make a really positive culture. Even people are putting time, they should be rewarded. They should know there is a clear reward, and tell them to take a break. I remember when I was in the company, I stayed in the studio, worked the whole night. They gave me the leave the next day. Wonderful, right? So they understood, if I keep working, after so many hours of working, our brain become numb and don't work on full potential. So the productivity is anyway not low. So don't work on half weak mind. Take a rest, jump again, take a few hours nap in between, even if you have to. So don't overdo it. Okay. And the second most common way artists feel really low is called inferiority complex. It takes time and skill and hard work to become a good artist. And once artists become good, they start to feel that they don't deserve it. It's a really common, I cannot talk more scientific term or reason behind it. You can check the Gamer OG. There's a channel on YouTube, talk about mental health and everything. So consult the doctor for that. But overall, is say you start to feel like you don't belong there, or whatever the appreciation or the fruit you are getting now because of your hard work or your achievement, you don't deserve it. And that is a really trap and rabbit hole where a lot of potential just die. So make sure you don't fall into this thing and continue doing the work you are doing, and don't feel like you don't deserve it. You deserve it. You put the work, you put the hard work into it, and this is what you earned, and this is your earning. So never feel like you don't deserve it. You are getting it, so you deserve it. Okay, doesn't matter whoever what say. Okay, so own your achievements and your fruits. And then comes in the another thing which is slightly related to that, which is called FOMO, fear of missing out. In the times of social media, a lot of artists, like art profile, like art session, a David art, or there are like so many profile, Instagram and everything. We see all our friends, relatives and people around us doing awesome stuff. You see 20 different environment art or props, characters, whatever you wanted to make, other people making it. So you feel like you are missing on the life, you are missing on the craft, you are not doing enough, or whatever you are doing is not good enough or is not large enough compared to other people, other things you see on the internet. That is a really bad trap. First of all, you should not compare your day 10 to someone else's day 20 or someone's day 120. It's not a good analogy or good comparison. And I will be honest, like I fell into every time. I don't check art session anymore. So it's not you, it's everyone who feels that way. Okay, so but the main aim is you do your little things. You do whatever you enjoy. I tell you, like recently I was talking to someone with the same experience in the industry. I'm trying out some new stuff, and I asked them about this thing, and they honestly answered. They might have the less experience than me in the industry, but what they say really hurt me. Although it was a true, but it's a hurtful truth. Just like they said, I'm really shocked that you don't already know all this stuff with so many years of experience in this field. You know how much hurtful it is, where I knew I should know all those things. Although I know a lot of stuff, it's still not enough. I cannot do everything, I cannot learn everything. So I should stop beating myself that why didn't I do it, or I can't do it. Okay, there's already really good artists out there. The young kids with a lot of energy, which I cannot ever match now. That should not stop me from doing things anyway, right? So I will go with my speed. I will still do it, small portion, but regularly. So after my 120 days, it will be a significant amount of work, and nobody can judge me. Okay, and even if it's bad, even if it's ugly, but this is my process. And if I don't do anything, imagine I will end up with nothing at the end of the day. So don't beat yourself up. Keep working on your thing. Don't feel like you're missing out on something. You will reach there as well. Okay, along with FOMO, you have inferiority complex, right? As I said before, you see all these kids doing wonderful stuff because technology is really available to everyone. When we started, there was no Substance Painter, Substance Designer, or even Unreal 5. No Quixel or Megascan was there. No speed tree, no other thing. It was manual modeling, a really low poly, which can handle by the game engine. I started with Unity, then Unreal come, which were really difficult to learn. We had CryEngine, and we had done all the PBR textures in Photoshop. But the Painter came, made everyone 10 times faster. And now you have AI, which can do most of the work in clicks. Not all of them, but some of the work which unnecessarily don't require AI in that, but it can do that. So that just scares you that like, will I be that good enough? Am I that good enough? Will I be able to achieve what I'm achieving right now? What I'm achieving right now? But you don't have to feel it, honestly, because it's not your race against the whole world. This is your race against you. So if you are becoming better than yesterday or last month, last week, last year, good enough. You don't need to beat yourself up with the things that how am I going to be good enough than all these artists. Don't feel that way. Just become better every day. You remember 1% rule? Just become better than your yesterday, better than your last year, and just keep doing the work. Again, small chunk. Don't compare yourself with the others. They have different base or different experience or different history. Okay, their privileges are different than yours. Someone who came from a small town with no computer access till the college, and someone who had a computer access from the childhood, totally different thing. Someone who don't have internet enough and someone who had internet all their life, different privileges. So don't feel inferior than all the people who have achieved. So it's their hard work, their story. It's not matter to you. Okay, so keep working on your thing. And then one last thing I would like to talk about is, which is really important, is loneliness, which I have struggled a lot in the past, and I'm sure a lot of artists, despite of gender, despite of age, a lot of people feel that way. Loneliness, and it's a silent killer. It's not have anything to do with the art. Although so many people who are alone, they start to jump into art as a hobby, but art cannot save or take you out. It's like tiny portal where you can have you be trap yourself as an artist in there for meantime, but hobby cannot save you. So we are a social animals. We need people around us. So we need to meet people. We are alone even surrounded by people, which is really shocking to hear, but it is true. I felt that way. We are not alone. We are alone because we are not around like-minded people. So how you can do, you might find like-minded people. Imagine you have a hobby. I remember when I was in Bangalore working there, I started going for open mics to do poetry. I started meeting people who write poetry, and I have one video which I posted. I can write more if you want to know, but I started indulging in that. I didn't know you can recite your poems, you can share it with the world on a platform. I got that there. Okay, it gave me confidence to write more. People gave me feedback. I improved more. I felt. Then I got to know there are more groups. They just sit in the park, share their poetry with everyone. It's like the whole Saturday, and then you meet new people. It's wonderful. You meet new people. And it's not just that. There are, when I was in there, in many different studios, many countries, everywhere there is litter picking group. So they go on hiking, walk on public parks, forest or parks. They pick plastics and the garbage from the places. They clean, even if it happens on the mountains where people clean. So that type of group, it gives you a sense of community. It's a small thing. You can do volunteer, basically volunteer any place. Okay. So that will give you a different set of mind. You might find more like-minded people, which will give you that energy, that zeal. So find your people. Okay, don't, if you feel alone, reach out. The earth is big. We have billion people. You will definitely find your group. Play sport, go to gym, you'll always have like-minded people everywhere. Okay, so don't feel discouraged there to find the people. Don't go to depression, go die silently with loneliness. Reach out. That's my humble request. I suffered it. I don't want anyone else to suffer with it. Okay, if you don't have anyone, reach out to me. I will talk to you as a friend, as an artist colleague, or just as a person. So I'm here. Have a talk. We have an art talk show. I started with that. If you have word, you have a story to share, or just want to talk, or lost, I'm here. I will be your ear. I won't say anything. I will just listen to your story. Okay, reach out to me. So these are some of them. Like if I miss some of them, just put in the comment below. Let's talk about it. Let's make mental health also a priority in the art industry or in any job work industry or in the work industry in India and everywhere normal. Here I remember when I was in one of the company in Europe, we used to get leave for mental health, but in India mental health is still a taboo. Someone seems broken like with the mental health, or it's not taken serious. Oh, you're not well, like, drink tea or go for a walk, have a sleep, okay, you will be fine. It's not like that. Okay, so we have to make mental health accessible. It's not a luxury like all the big companies or the people who earn more have. It should be accessible to everyone. We need more mental health professional, more counselor, and the company need to pay for the sessions so the artist can become, or the worker can become better and become more flourish, and so we increase the productivity. With the come of AI, so many artists are scared. I deal with them every day, and I'm not seeing enough action from the studio side to promise that they're not doing that. Many and many studios are adapting to AI again, which is leading to again this uncertainty and putting them into the stress of mental health for their future, which they have to. And I'm trying my best to do it, but it sometimes scare me as well, how it's growing, how it's gonna eat everything up. So just studios, my humble request, start more programs to treat the mental health. And to all the artists who are suffering, my place, my inbox is always open to hear your story, and I'm always here to support you. So keep your chin up and take care of your health, especially mental health, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.